Welcome to Stage Pass. My name is Michael Monahan, and my guest this week is singer-songwriter Mike Reed from Gloucester, Virginia. Hello, Mike, and thanks for joining us tonight. Mike Reed is our guest. Mike, how long have you been playing in the area?
I have been playing actually since I was 7 years old. Got serious around 13 or 14. I've been doing my solo gigs now for the past 3 years or so. Was recently hired by a group called the Mullen Sisters to play lead guitar and sing with them, and I've been having a blast doing my solo career and as well as being their lead guitar player.
What led you to start writing your own songs?
I've always written down things, but being a musician, it's like, well, why not turn it into a song? Some songs just kind of pour out like a rusty bucket with a hole in the bottom, And other songs I'll get an idea for, and I'll struggle with it for, it seems like months on end before I finally have, all the puzzle pieces put together. But I like doing it because I can get my thoughts out there to other people. I love entertaining, so I think it's really cool that I can play something that I wrote for someone else and they like it. Versus doing, cover tunes have been done, and I'm not saying, good music is good music, but I really take pride in the fact when people appreciate the stuff that I've done. You really start with nothing, and then depending on the song, 5 or 10 minutes or 10 months later, you've made something from nothing. It's cool.
And that's pretty special.
I think it is, yeah. I mean, it's just like an artist with a blank canvas. I'm painting a picture with words and music.
What can you tell us about the song we're going to hear tonight?
Half of Something, yes.
Half of Something.
It's kind of a fun tune about being thankful for what you have. My wife actually kind of came up with one of the lyrics which sparked me to make the rest of the song. She's talking about half a tank of gas, and it's like, well, if you got half a tank of gas, you can still drive. If you're sitting on E, you're not going to make it home. So then we started brainstorming about, what are some of the things you only have half of, but you're still glad that you have, So it just kind of rolled from there, like if you got a half a full pantry, you're still eating. It might be ramen, but it still tastes good. It's funny.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's funny. Plus, it reminds people, especially me, to be thankful for what you got.
Absolutely. Well, let's go ahead and give that a listen now.
You got half a beer, you're still drinking. Ain't got no more beer, you're done. You got half a pack of cigarettes, you're still smoking. Ain't got that, you soon will be jonesing. You'll find that half of something is better than nothing at all, unless you ain't got any cares at all. Better to be moving than barely grooving. Keep your feet planted on the ground. Nothing ain't nothing and never will be. A half of something may be all you'll ever need. You got half a dollar, you got 50 cents. You ain't got that, you know damn well you're broke. You got half a tank of gas, you're still driving. Sitting on E, ain't gonna make it home. You'll find that half of something is better than nothing at all, unless you ain't got any cares at all. Better to be moving than barely grooving. Keep your feet planted on the ground. Nothing nothing and never will be. Half of something, maybe all you'll ever need. You got half a full pantry, you're still eating. Maybe rhyme, but it still tastes so good. If you ain't got no food, you could be starving soon. Standing on a corner with a cardboard sign, you'll find that half of something is better than nothing at all. Unless you ain't got any cares at all. Better to be moving than barely grooving. Keep your feet planted on the ground. Nothing ain't nothing and never will be. Half of something, maybe all you'll ever need. Half of something, maybe all you'll ever need.
All right, and what's next for you, Mike? Where can our listeners find you playing?
I am going to be at the Office Bar and Grill over here in Gloucester, October 10th from 6 to 9. And I have a pending gig, which may be Oktoberfest, with the band, the Mullen Sisters, in Dickinson County for an Oktoberfest gig, the 12th of October. That's still pending. And then I'll be at Aleworks Brewing in Williamsburg the 21st.
Let me ask you this. You sent me a link to the song that you're uploading to one of the streaming services. Are you able to offer that for sale there?
No, that is just an app that I use to record, for one. Plus, I can put it out there for other musicians that are doing the same thing, and they can collaborate or listen to it, like it or not. But right now they're not for sale. I'm still not tech savvy enough to be able to do that. I know it's not that hard, but
you mentioned collaborations. Do you do a lot of work collaborating with other artists for writing songs?
no, unfortunately, which is kind of sad because I think being able to bounce ideas off of other artists would be a great thing to do. I'm trying to get some of the band members from the Mullen Sisters. Dina writes a lot of their original songs, and she's really good. But, we have some distance in between us. I'm in Gloucester, and she lives in Lunenburg. So the band is kind of scattered around, so actually sitting down and trying to get together to do that is tough. So,
hey, how did you discover your passion for performing? What started you off down this path?
Probably like when I was in middle school and I got with some friends and we made a band and we played a talent show, and I really just enjoyed the fact that the other people were enjoying us playing. It's kind of fueled the fire,
Yeah, there's something about getting on stage, those first times especially. Once you do it and you do it well, there's no other feeling like it, is there?
It's incredible, yeah. And I still get stage fright like you wouldn't believe before every time I go on, no matter how many shows I've done. But I look out there and I just smile, and I'll try to focus on the people that are tapping their feet or singing along.
There you
and
go.
Just have a good time, because if they know you're having a good time, they're having a good time too.
That's all that matters. Mike, I want to thank you for joining us tonight. I would really appreciate it, and we'll look forward to seeing you sometime in October.
Mike, thank you so much for the interview.
This is Michael Monahan for Stage Pass on 89.5 WHRV. Now back to Barry Graham and the Acoustic Highway.